Hey everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hi, everybody. Happy
Hey.
New Year. It's Kat.
Hi. Hey, what's going on, everybody? We finally jammed the elevator doors open. It's been a couple of weeks. Everything was kind of shut. We shut the hospital down for Christmas. What can we say? We assume everybody's going to be safe out there and they won't need us.
Right.
So we lock the hospital doors and you're not allowed in. But they're open now.
They are open now.
But they're open now. The elevator is open. Get on out of that waiting room. Climb on in. We're going to go all the way up to the 10th floor. We got a lot to talk about. General Hospital this week and last week. We had Christmas and New Year's in
Mm-hmm.
Port Charles and the time that we've been away.
Sure did.
But we're not alone. It's not just us. You know who else is here? We got
Who's here?
Chandra. Chandra's
Hi,
here.
Chandra.
Melissa's here. Melissa was the first person here. Melissa was pounding down the doors with cookies. She had cookies. All
Cookies.
of this fake food that everybody's just sharing with everybody in the chat, I absolutely love it, but I wish I could Willy Wonka it and just reach into my screen and pull it on out. That would be something. Like my TV.
Yeah, like my TV.
I want that. Can I have that? Can I please pull a cookie out of the... Hey, Jeannie. Jeannie's here too. There's several other
Yay.
people too. Several other people who have
Happy New
not
Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. They haven't contributed to the chat yet, so I can't say hello because I haven't seen your name. So stop on in. Just put a little thing in there. Hi. Hey, how's it going? Whatever it is, whatever that feels.
Howdy
Even
doody.
even if it's not, it could be, a howdy. I'll say a howdy. Hola. You
Mm-hmm.
know. Even bless you in the name of Cyrus. Whatever.
Oh, boy.
Oh
Boy,
my
that's Cyrus
gosh.
something this week. There was a lot of somethings this week, right? And that's in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. We had storytelling and
Oh, we
Christmas and
did. We
all
did.
that.
We had Finn the storyteller.
Yeah,
We had
we
we
had
had Twitter saying, "Why is Finn the storyteller when he's being sued?" And then we had the other half of Twitter saying, "Well, always reading the story. It's a wholesome, feel good moment. Why can't you just feel good?"
well, he has, and he didn't, and he shared it with Laura, right?
He
He
did.
and
He
Laura
did.
did.
Laura was there, and then it was an opportunity too for us to remember some of the Christmases from yesteryear. You know, gifts being exchanged, beautiful trees being set up in mansions, Ava being the ghost of Christmas future, whatever it is that comes to mind when it comes to Christmas in Port Charles. I think of the square, the park area where it's
Yes.
always outside and they have hot cocoa, you
Yeah, where
know.
they had the live nativity, right?
Yeah, the live that I
Yeah.
love that every year. They always have some sort of Christmas festivity in the park, and they have the
Mm-hmm.
vendors with the cocoa and the gloves and the hat and the jackets and the
Mm-hmm.
decor, and Cyrus standing in the back, longing to be a part of a family. It's just the whole thing.
Boy, Cyrus is so good at being bad,
He really is. Hey, Bridget. Hi.
but at the same time, you just don't really know what he's doing.
He's
I mean,
everything.
not exactly. Right now, he's scaring the crap out of Nina, but he's telling her all she has to do is just go through the steps with all the people she hurt.
Just do it. Listen, I'm not doing this for
But,
anything other
but at the
than
same time, you would have to be a fool to think that's all Cyrus really wants.
I'm doing this for your soul, Nina, and I'm also doing this to rock Sonny's marriage. You know what? Both things. Both things can be true at one time. Elegant is here as well. Sindis, hi everybody, just
Yeah,
climbing
I
out of the
do.
elevator now, joining us on the 10th floor, surrounding the nurse's station. Just just gossing, just not jossing, but gossing.
Yes.
We got Amy in the corner telling us everything. I saw in the corner.
Yeah, that Amy.
That
She's
Amy.
awesome.
That Amy.
You didn't see her at Christmas time.
She showed up last time I remember seeing Amy. She was there to to say, "Oh, I might have to testify against Finn." And Elizabeth or Portia or whatever was just like, "Relax, lady. It's gonna be okay. Just go out there and tell the truth. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
alright. It's gonna be alright." So it turns out the cookies that Melissa made are real, but she is the only person in her home, and we're not there, so we can't eat them.
Right.
So it's just.
I got so many treats downstairs.
I should have taken some.
You should have, Matt. Man, oh man. Because so you guys, my oldest child is a principal. He got mountains of candy and food, mountains of it. And so a lot of the students dropped off something for him. So he brought some of it here on Christmas Day because a lot of it,
Sandy.
a lot of it.
We're just gonna start doing it like Cheers. Every time I see somebody's name, I'm just gonna be like, "Ah, Norm."
There you go.
That's how it's happening today.
I like that.
So all you have to do is be a principal of an elementary school, and boom, just treats galore at holiday time. Plates after plates after plates of cookies and fudge and candies and gifts to Starbucks and just anything that comes to my cake pops, cupcakes, cake, pie, dehydrated fruits, dehydrated fruits with frosting, just jars of peanut butter. It's just random. It's just
But yeah,
an
you should
assortment.
have, Matt, you should have taken like a box of those cookies or something.
A box? A whole box? Well, next year I'll have to be sure to pack a to-go box
Exactly.
of delectable delights, so I
Yes.
don't miss out on my aunt's cookies past the Christmas day itself.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna have to go to the store and get some Toll House and bake some myself.
Yeah.
Ask Esme to help. She's a fine mother now, right? She's calm. She's collected. She's together. She just
Man, oh
knows
man,
what she
we
wants
are
out of
going
life.
I think all of us are in for a treat when it comes to Miss Avery Pohl.
Isn't she good though? Like just
Oh, yeah.
monologuing at Ryan's tombstone. Just who are we to deserve Avery Pohl on our screens doing that on our daytime TV, huh?
I'm telling you.
I hope she submits. I hope she submits for the Emmys. I listen. I don't know what sort of content she might be confident in when it comes to the Emmys that are coming up in like 6 months for 2023, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe it does count. Maybe she could include this on a reel.
Well, she's already, tapping into her old self.
And it's like, I don't know, because it's fun because after she had that conversation with Heather, of course, on Friday.
Yes.
So we got our Heather scenes already that Frank Valentini was talking about at the Emmys.
Yep.
And so, they're talking about it and all that kind of cool stuff. And then Heather figures it out right away, of course, because she's the best. And Mother always knows, right?
Well, yeah, she said that or she had some what did she say? Not regret or remorse. And now I see contempt in your eyes.
Yes. Contempt in your eyes. It's finally good to meet my real daughter.
Yeah.
Melissa's celebrating in the chat saying my girl is back. So apparently Melissa's been a big evil Esme fan this whole time and is just waiting for the moment.
Well, evil Esme is a lot more fun. And she really she reminds me of Nell, just how devious she will be. And how she just loves to pull strings and stuff and just wreak havoc. You could already tell when she was at the dock watching those fireworks and watching the lovebirds. She's leaning into her old self already.
She's leaning, but also like fighting with herself at the same time because she's like, I'm like two people. I'm the one that's like, I remember exactly why I did this and it's totally okay. And the other one that's like, I remember how bad I felt about doing this. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, who's gonna win out though? Goody Esme, bad Esme. She already has bad influence in Heather.
You know what? Heather's right about one thing.
Don't tell nobody.
Right about one thing, and what that one thing is you don't want to be in here.
No, you don't want to be in here. Don't tell anybody. I wouldn't tell any. If I was Esme, I would keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, because Heather's right. Is if they all find out that she realized that she remembers her life and knows what she's done, she could possibly go to jail.
So don't do it, Esme. Don't be a dummy. Don't tell nobody. Don't even tell Ace
So,
out loud, okay? Don't. Don't. Don't.
and Heather is going to lead her to do some cockamamie things, just like Ryan did.
Oh yeah, she's totally gonna be a bad influence. And so she's also like, you have to find somebody that's worthy of you, Esme. And you know who I thought Esme would find worthy of her?
Yeah.
Manipulatable Adam. Poor broken Adam who just needs a strong influence in his life.
Well, it goes right back to her old ammo. I mean, that's how she sucked in Spencer.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't know,
Spencer was feeling alone and unloved at the time.
right? Plus, if Spencer's on the way out, we need a new leading man to, be in the mix in the middle of things. And why not Adam? We spent
Well,
some time developing the kid.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen because, we're not privy to necessarily comings and goings, and we don't necessarily want to be. But right now, the story is lending us to believe that Taviano might be taken off too.
I mean, unless they hop on the plane and Spencer vanishes.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know, something happens in
we
the
all
last
know that
moment.
Nicholas has to leave. We all know that Spencer has to go for a while.
Yes.
Where Nicholas can go be one of those Menendez kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder though. But
He's
they
gonna go
let
play
us
a
do
murderer,
and
Ma.
huh?
He's gonna run off and go play a murderer. A
Maybe
killer.
he'll run off and find. Well, maybe he'll run off and run into his dad.
He's gonna Nicholas.
Yeah, I want to see a Nicholas. I want to see a Nicholas Spencer reunion before Mr. Chavez has to go.
I just,
It's
I'm not sure
not
we're
looking
gonna,
like it's going to happen.
unless it happens in like the next week, I guess, because it
Huh.
looks like we're since we mentioned it, it seems like
Uh-huh.
it's looming, it's forthcoming, something that's going to come very quickly. This guy
Uh-huh.
could be gone by next Friday.
He could be. He
Oh
could be.
boy, who's gonna fill the Spencer-sized gap? It's got to be Adam, right? Why else? Why else would they have introduced him and started developing a little story for the guy? I'm with it. I think Esme and Adam is what's happening.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I think so. It's gonna keep him in the mix there, and then Jocelyn, whoever's playing her, Jocelyn's gonna be like, I don't like this. I don't like this, Esme. What do you mean? I'm sweet Esme. I don't like this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I
Oh,
think.
you know what? She could really, if she really keeps her mouth shut, she could really do some damage because no one's going to see it coming.
Yeah, yeah. Melissa says that Esme would go after somebody like Cameron over Adam. The big difference between Adam and Cameron, and I think that this is the most important factor when it comes to making a decision like this in the writer's room, is the
Mhm.
fact that Cameron is not on the show right now. You know, so when it comes to
I
available
don't know that he's
characters,
coming back either anytime soon. I don't know.
he might not be
Um,
interested in coming back anytime soon.
I don't know. I don't, I'm not really crazy about the idea of Adam and Esme. Not crazy about that
You're not supposed to be.
because I really don't want to be, I don't want this Adam character to be so damaged and then taken advantage of at the same time. Like it almost would seem too much like Sasha, like enough already. You know what I mean? With the suffrage. I don't know.
Well, I mean, maybe she wouldn't chain him to a bed when she doesn't need him. Maybe in her manipulate, because she's supposed to still be good Esme. Who doesn't remember the terrible things she's done. So
Well,
she would have to be a positive influence on his life, pull him out of that nonsense, make him feel happier, but also dependent on her needs in order to maintain this happiness. Kind of pull some of that energy away from Jocelyn.
true.
I think there's ways to make it happen,
There is.
but I'm not
There is.
writing it. My name is not Chris nor Dan.
No.
It is Matthew. That is the name you chose for me and the name that I've kept.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's true. Like, that's a true story.
True.
You chose that name. I don't know, I don't know if anybody knew that,
Yeah, I chose
but
that name.
you chose my name.
It's not your dad, I did.
It's just, it's just wild, I mean, who has parents that choose names, huh? Huh? Raise your hand if your parents chose your name. It's gotta be rare. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Hey, Sandy. Did I say hey, Sandy before? I think I did. Sandy. Sandy. I'm glad Esme has her memory back, says Sindus. This is gonna spice up the storyline again.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, Esme, didn't I say just last week that Esme was teetering on boring?
Yeah, we had said
Didn't
that
I just say that?
a couple, yeah,
She
last,
wasn't boring this week,
I
not one
think,
bit.
yeah, I think last time we were podcasting, we said that, or I said that, well, Esme's moved out into the first floor apartment somewhere that Laura's paying for. They've essentially written her off the show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Jeannie thinks that Trina's gonna remember, or Trina's gonna figure out that Esme remembers.
You might.
So maybe that's gonna keep her in town as Spencer gets on the plane and then he doesn't land in France, or he lands in France and then Nicholas is like, "Hello, boy." Huh? And that's the scene. Huh? Maybe. Esme will start making eyes at Dex. I don't know. I haven't seen Dex in a long time, really.
And maybe Nicholas is going to go home, and then Spencer says, "Well, if you're going home, I'm leaving."
I can't stand to be around you. Jeannie loves the name Matthew. Well, thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. Well, I shouldn't say thank you because I didn't choose it. Ma, you get all the credit.
Yeah.
All
I
of it.
like the name Matthew, and I also like the short version of Matt. I like both of them. That's why I chose the name. I like both of them.
Guess she chose it. She chose well. Esme said she felt justified, said Melissa. And Spencer said Esme told him his anger at Nicholas was justified when he was plotting. And Laura said it was justified. I wonder if that will come into play. All this justification. There's so much justification out there in Port Charles. You have the right to be angry. You have the right to be this way. You have the right to film people doing the ditty.
Well, I would say if anybody in town that Esme, I would say, yeah, you're right, girl, go get him, would be Nicholas. Because Nicholas, he shouldn't get a buy for putting her up there and putting her in the flowers in the attic for 6 months.
No. No flowers in it.
No, he shouldn't get by with that.
Not at all. I agree with you entirely. He needs to be punished severely. If he's not thrown in jail, I'm going to go to Twitter.
Whatever Heather comes up with for her daughter to do on the outside.
Oh gosh, yeah, no, Nicholas. Yeah, I'm with you. Nicholas needs to come back and be chained to a chair in Windermere.
That would be good TV right there.
Just splashing buckets of water on him. Oh my goodness.
Did you see? So Laura went over to Windermere. She knows that place, huh? She's like,
she sure does.
Yeah, show you around.
Yeah, no, I listen. I know this castle pretty well, Dante. Let's look around every nook and cranny together, shall we? You won't miss any corners with me on the case.
But they missed Esme. She was in there.
She sure did. She dropped her glove though.
Yeah,
and then they're gonna run DNA or something and be like, "Oh my God, Esme Prince."
Hmm?
At least that's what would happen on CSI. I don't know what happened on General Hospital with that glove. It could be the beginning of a 6-week investigation to figuring out, well, where did they purchase it from? When was the most recent sales? Let me see if we can find the camera footage of somebody buying it. Real strong 1960s detective work. We gotta find the credit receipts. Go find the imprint.
They're kind of.
Yeah, we gotta go through all of those receipts. Trace the call. Did anybody get approval in New York? Oh my goodness. Ugh. Cinda says that if they do get Nicholas back regularly, then Esme should go for him because he's richer and I'm adding it's because he's the baby daddy.
Yeah. So I wonder if I'm sure she's gonna stay the same adoring mother to the baby. Her having her memories back is not gonna make her a disinterested mother, I don't think.
And yeah, I mean, is she disinterested now, or is she just kind of wrapped up in the fact that she remembers stuff?
I think she just kind of got freaked out about remembering stuff
Yeah, I think
first.
she, she got wrapped
And
up in
she
it.
got kind of freaked out about it.
We also have to remember that we went from Christmas to New Year's without any space in between, so it's almost as if she's been ignoring Ace for a week, and that's not the case. So it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Now, I tell you who she should make sure that she doesn't change with. I mean, I'd be after Nicholas if I was her, but she better damn well leave Laura alone because Laura has been so good to her.
Yeah, I don't see why. I don't see why she bothered with Laura.
Genuine, loving grandmother kind of figure to her.
Yeah, I think that her targets are going to remain the youngins.
Oh, probably.
Maybe I don't know, because this is also an opportunity.
And Heather's just gonna just totally convince her how justified she is in anything she does.
And it's also an opportunity for Kevin to be Ryan, or something. Or maybe something he'll be like, all right, I'm going to play the role of Ryan to try to get some information out of Esme. But as it turns out, it feels so comfortable. He wants to do it again.
Well, Kevin can play Ryan very well.
Mm-hmm.
He really can. He can adopt his he really understood Ryan very well, even though Ryan's nuts. He understood Ryan really well. So
probably even more now that he was in the loony bin and getting treatment from Kevin for 20 years and nobody knew, or 30 years, or however long it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I want Ryan back.
Yeah.
Cheryl screeds, bring back Lulu. We don't need Lulu. Lulu can stay in a coma.
I think Lulu is going to come back soon. I do. I wonder what's going on with Kirsten Storms and how long she's going to be gone.
I don't know. I feel like it was going to be pretty brief. I think the Eden McCoy departure is meant to be a little longer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Hey, clearly they just finished filming all the Jackie stuff around Emmy time too, because I think that's starting to get started. Maybe next week or the week after.
I believe so.
Something pretty early on in January is when we're going to start exploring that.
I think I heard it's going to be like the 8th and the 9th or something like.
8th. Well, if that's the case, then it's going to get started next week.
Is on the 4th.
Oh, so that's coming this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm excited for that, Ma.
Yeah.
I hope they have a bunch of really new interviews, and it's not a bunch of clips from old things from like that other one that they did.
You know who I saw on there real quick? I saw the actress, the original Emily.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You remember who that is?
Yeah, Amber Tamblyn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on there.
Oh, that's cool.
We're gonna have some people from yesteryear come back.
Okay.
For a little,
then maybe Rick Springfield. What if they get John Stamos? Because he's really pushing that book.
I know.
It's like, hi, I'm John Stamos. I wrote a memoir. Also, I was on General Hospital, and you know me. I'm John Stamos.
Yep. Blackie Pierce.
If Richard Dean Anderson was interested, he would have done it, but I'm sure he's not.
I'm sure he would.
From my understanding, he's a very
He never returned for anything, Matt.
He was done. He moved on.
All these years and he hasn't been Jeff Weber in decades.
Why would he? He was MacGyver.
He never returned for anything.
He didn't need to. He was fine. He moved on from Posey Soaps. He probably saw it as a lower form of acting. From my understanding, Richard Dean Anderson is kind of a crotchety, cranky man.
Kind of a grump. That too. That's what I heard too.
Yeah. So I could totally see him being like, nah.
His glass is now half empty.
Yes, that kind of, Yeah, from my understanding, because I've been listening to some podcasts from Stargate because it's a fun little franchise that I've enjoyed. And on it, people talk about working with Richard Dean Anderson because he was the lead on 8 seasons of that dang thing. And so they're all like, yeah, he's a grump. He's got pearls of awesomeness. But overall, he's a grump.
And that's not fun to be around all the time, that's for sure.
I'm sure in that case, I'm going to work with this person, and then when we cut, I'm going to leave this person's vicinity.
Yeah. When they say cut, I'm going to cut.
I'm done. We don't need to hang out after the shoot, Mr. Dean Anderson. Cinda says that Richard Dean Anderson was great, and she's right. I mean, he is pretty great.
When he was a real young dude, man, he's really hot. Yeah.
And
Good
now,
looking guy.
now he's 75.
I've seen some pictures of him recently. He looks like a crotchety old fool. Actually,
One of my favorite ones is him standing over. He's like broken down on the side on the highway, and he's standing over the hood of the car with it open, and he's just staring at the engine, looking confused. And somebody snapped a picture of it. And they're like, "Oh, poor MacGyver."
poor MacGyver. Where's the shoestring and bubble gum when you need it?
You need the bubble gum. Yes, exactly. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh goodness.
So, what else, Matt?
Well, yeah. I mean, so what else? Nothing. Nothing else happened. That's all. That's all. It's only a 34-minute podcast today. Even less because I don't think we started at 11. No. So Cinda
actually,
says
it was 11:07 when we started.
Cinda says that Richard Dean Anderson is hot.
He's hot.
Well, there you go. And then Melissa says, speaking of hot, Trina was hot in that dress or something. Speaking of hot, Trina's dress was absolutely stunning. I am obsessed, is the exact
That
quote.
dress was so cool, wasn't it? With the cutouts on the side, the lace cutouts on the side.
It's like
it was so pretty.
It's like she demands beautiful dresses. She's always well dressed, right? Christmas.
Did you notice how long
Year's,
he had it on
red carpet.
actually before they went to the fireworks? Because Spencer zipped her up, and the next scene, she didn't have the dress on anymore.
Well.
And then she put it back on, and they went to the fireworks.
Easy, slip on, slip off. You can get
like
your business in and move on with your night.
It was like a lingerie dress. So it was. I know it was a dress, but it resembled lingerie the way it was styled. It was very pretty. I loved it.
It was very nice. It was very nice. And clearly Spencer liked it.
And
You know.
it's a very nice color.
And they're just, going to Paris, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they're saying right
Eat in
now.
his favorite restaurants and enjoy the sights with somebody I love. I have such a bleeding romantic heart.
This is so distracting for me when they're on have scenes together, and it seems like this is something that Nicholas Chavez does whenever he has scenes where he's holding her or they have these, lovey-dovey scenes. He has a tendency to scratch her as he's talking to her and not keep his hand. It's just so distracting to watch him do that. The whole time.
Just wiggly fingers.
And it's just too scratch. I don't know.
It's so funny, is because I'm sure that if you were to ask somebody who uses the hashtag on their Twitter a lot, they would say it's amongst their favorite parts, the way that he constantly tickles her. People are there's a group of fans that are very, 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 very into how they touch each other.
Well, I like the Trina Spencer. Finally, right? They all wanted them to be together forever. They finally are. But he needs to stop scratching her.
They are finally at it. They're finally together, and I guess they're gonna. Hey, listen, you might be right. Maybe they're both on the way out. Because it really is going to take a massive, quick left turn here to prevent one of them from leaving for this, especially if it's Trina. Maybe she'll be gone for a week.
Well, maybe something's going to happen and she's going to have to come back home.
Yeah, like a month. A month happens.
Maybe she's going to have to go back home because something happens, whereas Spencer is going to run into his dad and stay.
Spencer runs into something and Bobby jumps in and Bobby takes the bullet, allowing Spencer to be kidnapped, and that's how we lose Bobby, but Spencer is also gone.
I don't don't know how they're writing out volume.
I really don't know either, but it's definitely happening in the same country as Luke. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, Chandra says that Nicholas Chavez likes touching her. He just likes it, and that's why it comes out like that. Cheryl says he's weird. Melissa says he's petting her. Cheryl says he pets her like a pet. It's strange.
I just find it distracting. That's why I don't like it. It's like just it draws my attention too much.
It draws your attention. It's not good for TV. It might be good for real life. It might be what you want from your love connections at home. But when it comes to TV, it's all I can look at. And I'm not thinking about the scene. I get it. I get it. But hey, they put their clothes back on and they went to go party and look at the fireworks on the docks.
They did. They went to go look at the
fireworks.
Just
so many people on the docks. I feel like that's dangerous. I feel like I want to know what the weight capacity is so they don't go tumbling into the drinks together.
There's a heck of a lot more people watching those fireworks than there were children listening to that Christmas story.
There were so many more people there than kids listening to the Christmas story.
I think
Are kids more expensive than adults? I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, I know that in the past they would just have like cruise kids come do that. They would. Yeah. Actors and cruise kids, that's who they were. They weren't being paid. They were being paid with a good time.
They were being paid with a Finn story, You know how Finn does it. He reads the book. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. While the stockings were hung, but the chimney would care. I just, all you got to do is just kind of do a surfer. That's kind of what I aim for,
For when
Does he surf, or is that more of a Ingo Rademacher thing? Oh boy, that guy was complaining about not being invited to the 60th anniversary, by the way.
Oh, Ingo was?
Yes, he was like, so I guess Republicans don't get invited. And then people were like, no, people who fell off the show for being a jerk don't get invited. Shut up.
Exactly. Yeah.
People who sue the studio after lying about religious exemption don't get to come to the anniversary.
Absolutely. That's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Yeah. And if you would think that something different was going to happen, was because you're not thinking clearly, a little delusional.
I feel like they should just recast Jax at this point, only just to stick it to Ingo.
Well,
do that Ethan thing. You know how Ethan came back for a minute?
If they ever do want him to come back as a character, they are going to have to recast him. They're not going to invite him back. If he wanted to come back, he could have left the way Steve Burton did. With your mouth closed.
Well, it's not going to happen. It really isn't. It really isn't. Rachel says, don't forget Finn's constant lip pursing. Now, I found out that really is something that isn't a choice. That's not, it's a part of his facial anatomy. He can't help it. So, I gotta pull off some of the jokes about the lip pursing. You know, if it was a choice, I'm sensitive, and does it, then that's one thing. But that's not the thing.
You're right. You're right.
Anyway, what's going on, Stephanie? Hope you're doing all right. High five top. Yeah.
So Esme, she was there to get the fireworks too. She showed up there and
she was there to glare.
And she made a glare at the two of them and made a fist, and she was just like,
I gotta find myself a man named Adam.
She's gonna find somebody, that's for sure. She's gonna find somebody.
Adam.
Yes.
Adam.
And let's talk about, my gosh.
Let's do it.
I don't know. What do I want to talk about?
You want to talk about Granny Wars 2023, hopefully coming to an end on a Tuesday near you.
Yes, I want to talk about Granny Wars. I want to talk about the Savoy.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to talk about the fateful Fade, who is probably a phony.
Reverend Uncle Ponytail.
Yes.
All right, so let's start with the Savoy, Ma. Start with the Savoy. What do you want to talk about the Savoy? You talking about New Year's at the Savoy? Talking about Lois?
I liked New Year's at the Savoy. I liked I liked Lolo and Vivi there doing their thing. I like that Lois figured all that out just by watching the folks and just
But if
spinning
it's
it,
not this, but
figured
then
it out.
this, and then I saw that. Oh, I got it figured out.
Exactly. It was cute. And then, Olivia tries to tell her to keep it to herself and shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, she made a beeline for Sonny on Friday. And that's what we saw on Friday. And she was about to tell him.
They
She's gonna tell
lying
him,
to
I
you.
think she's gonna tell him on Tuesday.
They lying to you. So I put a trick
Lying
question
to
up as the poll. I put a trick question. You know, sometimes I put a yes or no poll up before we get started. And my
him.
trick question was, does the SEC secret come out on Monday? No, it's not going to come out on Monday. It might come out on Tuesday.
Am I?
It might come out on Tuesday, but it's probably not. It's probably
Yeah,
not.
we
And
got no.
somebody's going to interrupt, or Nina's going to be like, no, I'm going to tell him.
I think so. I
You
think
know?
she's going to interrupt in being told and tell him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I foresee that. I foresee that. Is it preempted? Yeah, I believe it's preempted because it's the holiday. Now, have I confirmed this? No. Am I
I,
assuming this? Yeah. Yeah.
it's been a long, long, long time since a major holiday new episode has been on. I mean, if it's sometimes a lesser celebrated holiday, they will have a show. Typically not on the Christmas, New Year's Day stuff.
Right. Right. So yeah, I guess it's going to be football. You know, usually there's New Year's football, right?
Yeah.
So whenever there's a holiday, especially at the end of the year, you can always rely on football to
Well,
be played.
on Christmas Day, there was 3 football games
Yeah.
on Christmas Day.
And then there's Thanksgiving football. You know, just football,
So,
football, football.
but I like the Savoy. It was interesting. What was interesting about the Savoy was there was no Ashfords there.
No, they're all
And it's
just,
the
at home
Savoy.
or something.
Yeah.
Curtis is like, I don't want to go out. I'm in a wheelchair. I need to prepare for my secret surgery.
And I saw Nika there. They didn't use her they didn't give her any words, but I saw her.
Yeah. Yeah, of course she's
I
going to be
saw
there.
her.
She's the star of the Savoy. That place couldn't run without her.
And I thought that Lois's dress was cool. I liked that wide leather belt thing.
Yeah.
Not kind of like corset, but not like a wide weird belt. Anyway, I liked it.
All right, I'm going to write down Lois. Maybe she can get best dressed star of the week next week, huh? Maybe.
Quite interesting style anyway. But
She, she won 2 weeks ago, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I think she won. She won 2 weeks ago for this sweater that she had. And anyway,
Mm-hmm.
this week it was Teresa from Days of Our Lives in her white jumpsuit with the sash that wrapped around the middle.
Yeah, that was pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
But I thought Nicole's jumpsuit looked good too.
Well, there you go. Differing opinions out there in the world, so go visit soapoperanews.net, find the best dressed star of the week article, share it on your social media page, and being like, I liked this one, but I also enjoyed that one. This is how you do it, folks. You don't say, what a dumb choice, how dare she win, it should have been so-and-so. What you say is, I liked this, but I also enjoyed that. Even if you didn't like that, just say that you did for the sake of pleasantry, my God. Just lie to the world, okay? We don't need to know what you really think. I want to know what you want me to think, okay? That's how you go through life. Just lie.
You know what they dropped this week? You know what they
Moving on.
yeah, exactly. So it was interesting too that there was no Ashfords at the Savoy, and there was and where is that terrible Selena Wu?
She is planning her next move.
I guess, huh?
I feel like that's somebody that the strike writers didn't either have access to or didn't know what to do with or something. And, Selena Wu's coming back. It's likely going to be now that the lead writers are coming back and definitely putting what they had on the back burner back here on the front burner.
Yeah, yeah, things are starting to move along a little bit on General Hospital.
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure,
Hmm?
for sure, for sure. I mean, we can, we got to slip. Lois got it all figured out throughout the night by being amazing and knowing math or something. I don't know, just seeing the patterns, right?
Yes.
Figuring all that out. And
Yep.
of course, all of that is connected to Granny Wars. Granny Wars is burning, burning, burning hot, hotter than it has been in the last year, essentially, when it comes to
Yes.
the rivalry. Whether
Yes.
you see it as one-sided or not, the rivalry between Nina and Carly.
Is intense.
It's intense. They're still bickering, okay, in the hospital. All right. We got Nina
Yeah.
trying to confess her sins to a priest who happens to be Cyrus. Oh, Cyrus. I understand that you're a
Cyrus.
man of God, but that's not the thing to do.
No, it's not the thing to do. And the only saving grace of him doing that at the church was he didn't assault the actual priest to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, he just slipped in there because the priest was late.
He slipped in there.
But no, he didn't do a Chucky or something, or he just like sliced the priest's throat to take his spine or something. Father Renault, Cindas, yeah. So he took the confession.
Huh?
She marches out to go talk to Carly, and Carly once again is like, uh huh,
Uh-huh.
uh huh, uh huh. Okay, you really worn out my patience by not getting to the point, lady. Like, okay, uh-huh. All right, all right. Let me stop you right there. I don't care. We just, let's just put this. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
and then Nina gets huffy.
Yeah, Nina always does the same thing. She goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and blah blah blah. And if you don't totally sympathize with her and just immediately tell her it's okay, she gets snarky and like, maybe. She always does the same
But
thing.
also at the same time, she was never able to get to the point. Like she should have just gotten to the point. Let's be real here, but she wasn't able to get to the point. If she'd gotten to the point and then Carly was still like, "Okay, I hear you. You're still a B word."
Mhm.
Maybe it would have been different.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. See, that's the whole thing. Because Carly doesn't let her finish.
True.
That's
Well,
what started
Nina,
this whole thing. Right, wrong, or otherwise. That's what started this whole thing. So not, I'm
well, I
just
think
as
S-
I like to say, they're both wrong and they're both right.
the SEC thing is going to come to light pretty quick.
Hopefully this week.
Hopefully this week.
I'm ready. I'm ready for that news to come out.
And I know that Cyrus says that right now he doesn't want anything other than her to just
Hey, Daisy.
confess. Well, I don't believe that. Cyrus got something up his sleeve. He's got to. He's got to have something up his sleeve.
Mm-hmm. 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 Or does he? Maybe he doesn't have anything up his sleeve other than just being like, fine, if you're not doing it, I'm just gonna.
No, he lurks around too much. He's lurking around too much, trying to just like take in as much information that he can overhear as like he
So
did
he
it.
can
Like
guide people to the light.
oh my gosh, I just don't believe him.
Because the Lord uses wicked people to punish wicked people, or something that Jeff Cobra said in that interview he did with us on the red carpet.
Well, like you said, you want him to be Hannibal Lecter, right?
And so does he, right? Didn't he? He also said
Yes.
that. He said, "Oh, I'd like that too." He said it, all right, Ma. I said Hannibal Lecter to him, and he agreed. All right, my dreams have come true. I don't need to do this anymore. I have retired from podcasting. Thank you, everybody, for enjoying this journey with me. But I don't need to do anything else because I said Hannibal Lecter, and he said yes. All right, so there we go. I'm done.
There we go.
I'm done. I'm retiring on the highest note I could possibly achieve.
But Nina's look on Nina's face when he was in the office of Crimson, when she realized that he was in the confessional booth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. She almost had a meltdown, huh?
Yes, yes, yes. But she
It
has
was
some really
good.
great things to say to him, though.
Yeah, she did.
Like you're a man of orange, not a man of the cloth.
Yes.
That's a good one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my God. But yeah, like it's like we said, I want him to actually be, trying to help people because I just want that. I don't know why I want that so badly, but I do. Okay? I just do.
Okay.
I need a new steward, is what it is. I don't have a steward and I need a new steward, and Cyrus can
steward.
be my new steward. All right?
Well, if you're going to have a Stuart, you got to have an Adam. So we got to have a Cyrus.
Well, then I don't know. Cyrus can get a clone. You know, as it turns out, we never locked up the real Cyrus Renault. This was his clone. This is his identical twin that Marty didn't know about.
Well,
Something.
There could be like, I don't know, Cy.
I'm Cyrus. You know, one has an accent. This is who I would have been if I grew up with my family. I would have stayed right there in Kentucky.
Oh, Jeff Kober, you are a delight on General Hospital.
Oh my goodness. How did Esme sneak into me from the outside? Did she Spider-Man herself up into that room? Yeah. Duh. Rachel, what kind of question is that?
Esme is superhuman, you know. She fell off the parapet twice, pregnant, and was fine.
She's fine. She's fine. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, what room did you break into? If it was the living room, then that's ground level, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know Windermere. I'm not from there.
It didn't.
If it was the sitting room, then she would have had to have climbed
on
the
the
parapet.
first floor. You're right. It didn't appear like she was on the first floor. And then she went to the turn. Well, and then she. The first place she went was where she was being held captive, right?
Yeah, so she definitely climbed a wall. Yeah, she Spider-Maned her way up there. She had a grappling hook. We just didn't see it. You know. The servant's ladder. I'm really not sure how to answer that question. You know, I guess it's just one of those suspension of disbeliefs things.
And you know, it seems like, and it's funny too. You know, the butler there, right? I forgot his name.
Giles or something.
Yeah. So the butler is always right there at the door when Ava happens to be there. He's right there at the door with his little child on his arm and everything.
Right.
And then you got like 4 or 5 people tramping around there, and he don't even know. No. He's nowhere to go.
No. She let him go. He doesn't need to be there since they've covered all the furniture.
Ava decided she was never going to go back to the castle, so.
Esme came back in via the living room back door. Yeah, I don't know. Sandra says, I'm seeing a lot. This is a different Sandra. Hi, other Sandra. Second Sandra. What's going on, second Sandra? That's cool. She says there's only 11 likes. You know what? There needs to be more than that. Okay? Because there's more than 11 people watching right now. 11 likes.
Oh, 11 likes.
But there's more than 11 people watching right now. So I think that you all owe it to me. And if you don't do it, I'm going to be personally mad at each and every one of you. And I'm going to find out where you are. To hit the like button right now.
Get to clicking.
Do my empty threats work? I mean, do they mean anything to anybody? My empty threats that I'm not going to follow through on and that I don't actually mean. Anyway, Ava did move out. You're right, Melissa. So maybe Giles just doesn't work there anymore.
Maybe.
She said, thank you very much for your 6 weeks of service. But as it turns out, I'm leaving this castle and I'm going to go live with Sunny and Nina. Yeah. And every time Sunny comes in, he's forcing us to hit the radio. And in the tape deck, not the CD player or even the MP3, in the tape deck, is the Three's Company theme song.
Hey, Matt.
Ma, you missed my Three's Company joke where it's going to be a sitcom. A sitcom between Sunny, Nina, and Ava.
Well, that would be good. But who's going to be Chrissy Snow? Who's Chrissy Snow in that trio?
Nina, of course.
Someone knock on my door.
I just want to see them on a tandem bike. Can we? I just love this. So occasionally Daisy comes in a little bit late, and so she watches a few minutes behind where we are live, and so she'll contribute to the chat from a few minutes ago, and it's fun to see. It's fun to see.
So let's see what Cyrus said. What he really has up his sleeve. Maybe what he has up his sleeve is what we're actually seeing, or maybe he's got,
like I said, he's trying to push people to do the right thing and also destabilize Sunny's marriage. And that's what I'm for. That's what I'm for. Who's Mr. Furley?
Who's Mr. Furley? Who is
Michael E. Knight, of course. Oh my my gosh. I wonder why they had Giles there at all. He must have been some reason because they rarely show the staff. I feel like they just wanted somebody for Ava to play off of,
I think so too.
you know. And so they just had that little character in there. Plus, strike time, right? Shouldn't there be a butler? There should be a butler. A fun, sassy butler with some jokes, right?
Well,
That's what we
evidently, the
need.
temp writers thought that Windermere needed a butler, and they thought that that the Quartermain house needed a butler too.
Yeah. 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 Hey, Tyrone. Tyrone's here now, too. You know what we haven't had a chance to talk about yet because we didn't podcast last week?
What's that?
Was the moment of the week as declared on the Facebook group, the 10th Floor Podcast's daytime Facebook group,
What's that?
which was Aiden and Elizabeth baking them cookies. Did we didn't talk about
Yes.
that on the podcast, did we?
No, because we haven't podcasted in 2
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah. I think we talked about it in person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's on the podcast. With Aiden and Elizabeth baking them cookies, right? And then talking about crushes and Cameron's girlfriend and how he decided to go skiing with her rather than coming to the family, and how the family is distraught and destroyed over the fact that Cameron essentially gave them the finger. He's like, "I'm 21 years old now, parent. I don't need to come and hang out with my dorky little brothers who are still in high school and my mom who's a nurse when I can go skiing." That is what Cameron said. All right, and we're not happy.
Y'all are toxic. I'm not coming home.
In fact, they're the least toxic family in all of Port Charles.
Right now they are, yeah.
And and Aiden lets his mama know, "Hey, I've got a crush on some person, and his name is Tobias." The science whiz, the one that should have won the science fair, and didn't. Didn't.
I like those scenes. Did you like those scenes,
I
Mom?
did like those scenes. I like them. I feel like they were written by somebody who's lived it. There's a couple of good things here. There's a couple of good things in it. All right. Starting off, just the let me try to put my words together here. The subtle opening of doors between the two of them. Do you have a crush on somebody? I do. Let me use gender neutral pronouns. I'm going to push a little bit more to let you know in this moment that I know what you're talking about, and it's okay to just say it. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Like it was the subtext was good. It was good. It was a subtextual scene, and both of the actors got it. I think they both nailed it. Really.
I think so too.
Both of them. Even outside of the dialogue, because he said something like, "Yeah, his name is Tobias," right? And then he kept looking.
Yeah.
Like maintained the look, looking for a reaction, looking to read anything on his mom's face that may have come, whether she tried to hide it or not, rather than saying it and immediately looking down at the cookies or something. Like that says different things without words. Which I thought brought more reality to the scene itself, and I thought it was great. And then at the end, Aiden was the one to hug the mama. The mama wasn't the one to hug Aiden, and I thought that was a good end to the scene as well, to show that there wasn't like some sort of like overwhelming like, "Oh my boy, I shall love you forever no matter what you are doing." In there, is the fact that he initiated it. Like, "Oh, thank you for, allowing me this moment to be myself, henceforth, now and forever." So it was just, it checked all the boxes for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I thought it was very good too.
Well, where's all the detail like I just provided, Mom? I'm kidding. I think it's Adam and Esme, or Adam and Trina, says Daisy. Hey, maybe. Tyrone says, "I thank God I'm alive. Me and my mother and younger brother had a near that experience the day after Christmas. Oh my goodness, I'm happy you're alive too." Tyrone, that seems very scary.
Oh my gosh.
I'm happy that you were able to make it and you chose to come here so soon. The kitchen scene was years in the making, says Chandra. Parents know and wait for the moment, she says. And yeah, it was absolutely years in the making. We started with princess pencils and had conversations with Franco about it, Elizabeth did, and talk
Mhm.
to Brad and Lucas.
And that was a long time ago now that she had that conversation with Brad and Lucas. It was a long
Yeah,
time ago.
it was. It was. And so yeah,
Yeah.
we've been building up for this moment, and yeah,
I
just
I know that
thumbs up all around.
Lucas is coming home for Bobby's funeral,
He
and it's gonna
is.
be Mr. Carnes is going.
Yes, yes,
Original
yes.
Lucas is
Ryan
coming back.
Carne Asada's coming back.
Yes,
Yeah. So good for him. We don't. I guess we're not going to get angry Lucas because that was his replacement actor was just angry Lucas.
he was.
You know.
He
So
was.
I mean that's good. I wonder if we're going to get like a Brad. What's his name? Brad
Oh,
Mall.
yeah, but
A little ghost appearance.
well, that would be kind of cool.
Just kind of him just standing in the back of the.
We could come get her. Well, that doesn't make sense because if
Mm,
Luke's really dead, Luke should be coming to get her.
who cares? Do you care?
I don't know. That's a general hospital thing,
I
Well,
know, right?
it's a Quartermain thing more than anything else. But then again, Quartermains are the ones that usually die. So
Yeah. I'd like to see Aiden and Charlotte more involved with Willow. I don't understand why Aiden and Charlotte would be more involved with Willow. Melissa, I don't understand. Explain it to me, Melissa, right now. Use your fingers and type it out. Why are you waiting? Can we also point out that Liz not only knew her son's friend, but also remembered his project, what her project was. Super Mom, she's engaged. When it comes to Elizabeth's side of things, the fact that she was like, oh yes, Tobias, compliment, I think he should have won. Like,
mhm.
great response. Like, to show just being completely unfazed,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes.
It'd be interesting if Lucas talked with Aiden about a similar experience of coming out. It would be interesting. I don't know how much time we have to dedicate to that, because here's what I think, folks. Here's what I think. All right, because we also in the last couple of weeks finally got a date for Christina's center.
Yeah, it's a long ways
Like
away.
June or something like that is when this thing is supposed to open. But that's okay. We finally have a date. We're finally moving forward. We're finally going to be able to launch this thing. And so I feel as though, how I was talking about Adam, find a home
Mhm.
there. Nah, that's not what's happening anymore, okay? Adam's going to wind up with Esme. What's going to
Yeah.
happen is we're never going to meet Tobias, whatever. He's just a little introductory, hey, my gay type of thing.
Mhm.
He's going to meet somebody who's from this home. And it's going to be interesting, trouble dynamics of the good kid, bad kid thing. We're going to have Elizabeth being like, oh dear, oh me, oh my, oh, I don't know. And then she's going to have to confront her own feelings about her own rebellious youth,
Which she had plenty of.
which she had plenty of. And I think that might be the direction that if it's not going in, it should go in. And writers, I know you watch. At this point, I know you watch. There's a Dr. Matt, okay? There's a Dr. Matt. I know you're watching. Just send an email, 10th floor GH, and say, yes, I am. Okay? Just say it, all right? Just say it, okay? You don't have to tell me who you are. You can use an alias, an account. Just say, I am watching, okay? Just send it, okay? Because I know there's a Dr. Matt. And I am sure we are a week away from meeting a Dr. Cat.
I love that.
So,
I want.
come on, just admit it.
Dr. Cat, don't take.
Just a minute. So since you're listening, this is what I want to see. I want to see, that's what I want to see. Aiden, and some troubled youth from the home.
I think that makes sense.
Elizabeth, Christina, well, just main characters that should be involved.
I don't want there to be any circumstance, and I don't think they would write this anyway because they've already written it much better than this. There would be no reason for Aiden to need to go there.
No,
No.
not unless Elizabeth starts not liking his choices.
And
he's just like, fine, F you, Mom, I'm leaving,
Yeah. I could see Adam having to go there.
But he gotta be gay, though.
No, I don't think you got the plus, right?
Well, yes, but we can't, I mean, okay, here's the thing about the plus. My goodness. The whole world, we can't encompass the whole world, okay?
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, I know. Okay, And he would have the connection to Jocelyn, and then Jocelyn has the connection to Sonny, and Sonny winds up helping him and putting him there.
He can live above Kelly's.
Huh?
He can live above Kelly's.
That could happen too.
You know, somebody's got to start living above Kelly's. We need to have that Carly mentors some young person because he lives in the apartment above Kelly's thing. You know, we got to turn Carly into the new Aunt Ruby. That's what she's gonna do as she grows into her tender twilight years over the next 35 years or so. She's gonna be behind that counter just dispensing advice.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised at some time if that happens, because I don't see Laura Wright leaving General Hospital.
Ever.
No. I don't.
No.
I'd be surprised, really, if Laura Wright ever left her.
Curtis needs janitor Melissa. What's going on? Oh goodness. I mean, if that's what brings Melissa happiness, then absolutely. Janitor of what though? Sometimes the chat just goes off on their own little thing and I miss it entirely, and then I have this fear of missing out, and then it just distracts.
Yeah.
You know, because I want to be included.
I'm sure you do.
You know, it's my chat. It's mine. It belongs to me.
Mine is mine.
Mine. I want to be involved. Mine. Oh, goodness. I never saw Charlotte is Caring. If I was there, I missed it. No.
Yeah, we didn't get, there was no Anna. No Anna for the holidays.
No
really.
Anna for the holidays. You're right.
No Anna for the holidays.
Huh. Carly somehow became Lila Quartermain. No, Olivia's Lila Quartermain.
Ooh, Olivia's dress for that the Savoy was awesome. And she looked good. Yeah. I didn't dig her hair. But I love the dress.
I see. They were fantasizing about their name showing up on the show. Curtis's ex-girlfriend Chandra shows up, and then janitor Melissa at the school is who it is.
Okay.
Cheryl saved the biggest brownie for me again. Cheryl, thank you so much again. With all of this food I can't eat, but I want to Willy Wonka it through my screen. But hey, you know, just when you do wind up eating that large brownie, just think of me. You know, just be like, Matt.
I actually almost brought a snack up here, and then I thought, no, I can't be eating on YouTube. No one wants to watch me eat. So I left it downstairs.
Well, they're all chowing down themselves, Mom, so I guess we should just join in, all right? Next time I'll bake cupcakes for myself. And I'm just going to eat cupcake after cupcake. Do you want to watch me eat a dozen cupcakes live on YouTube? There are millions of people who watch that stuff on a regular basis.
That's odd.
Isn't it?
That's just odd.
There's this one guy, Nikocado Avocado, I think his name is, and he just eats. He just is a disgusting eater, and millions of people watch.
No, thank you.
But I don't mean disgusting as like a judgment, but I mean like literally like if it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face type mentality.
That's fetishy weirdness. I'm sorry.
You're probably right. It is the internet. It is the internet. Willow was Aiden and Charlotte's teacher. That's why I want them to reconnect.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was. And that's when Nina was so hateful to her.
Yes. She's just a strong, independent woman.
Back in our Michelle Stafford Nina days.
Yes. She's just a strong, independent woman. She's just exerting herself. I don't know what your problem is. Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, 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 yada. You guys at the Emmys, Michelle Stafford's dress was very interesting.
Bleedy dee 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 dee. Yada bada bada bada.
Because her dress was completely see-through.
Yeah.
It was completely see-through. She had like some black chones on.
Yeah.
And then on the top, she really didn't have anything. She had these like cutouts.
Yeah.
That covered her breast where you couldn't, but at the same time, it looked like she was topless in a way. As you looked at her from the back, you saw nothing.
Right.
But, and then, like I said, the dress was see-through.
Yeah.
From the front, there was just like these, pasties that were not on her. They were part of the dress. But she probably had some tape on there to make them not shift.
Probably, I would imagine so, right?
She looked good, but honestly, she looked kind of naked.
Well, hey, we all try different things.
Slim. Ooh, she's slim and fit.
What do you? I mean, you got 11, right? I only know how it appeared on TV. I wondered about it in person. Ooh, I wonder what it appeared about. What did it look like in person?
What would it look like in
The
person?
dress you just described.
Oh, well,
I mean, what? I mean, on TV it looks like one thing, but in person it must look like something else.
well, it was very see-through. She
Melissa
had
will.
like a black chones, but they weren't. They didn't look like underwear really. They kind of looked like um itty bitty boy shorts,
Yeah,
itty bitty boy
yeah.
shorts.
I understand.
Yeah,
Hmm. Maybe they'll wear it again.
maybe she will. It
And
was something else.
I mean, I'm sure Lucy's worn the same thing again and again, right? She's had to have. There's no way Lucy's only worn one thing, one time, forever. She's had to have
No,
doubled up something over the decades.
yeah, of course. I would
So,
think so.
yeah,
I
yeah.
would think so.
Mama's description matched what I thought. Well, there you go. There you go, Chandra. There you go. Hey,
And kind of naked, huh?
kinda. So Melissa wants to make sure we talk about Brooklyn and Tracy and Lucy and all of
Oh,
that whole beat up, blow up.
well, I kind of understand, even though, Tracy just deserves a lot. But I love that Brooklyn came to the defense of her grandmother. I liked it. I thought she did the right thing. And I
You
mean,
do not.
Tracy just ate it up. Now
You do not talk to my grandmother this way.
Tracy just ate it up. Not only did she love Brooklyn's assertiveness, but it really touched her heart.
Yeah, yeah. And then they
It
get
touched-
right back to business.
And
Oh
you know
man.
what? Those girls team up on Granny too much. Look, Brooklyn will what she's there for will change.
Well, hopefully Fake Maxie can continue to referee the situation and keep calmer emotions at bay.
Yeah, I liked little fake Maxie. I did. She didn't say very much, but I liked her.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no. She did her part just fine. We don't know what happened to Kristen Storms to take her away, but
yeah, we don't know.
whatever.
Hopefully she's healthy and fine, and just needed a day or two, and is not going to be gone for an extended amount.
Maybe it's just a follow up on other stuff as well. Who
Yeah,
knows? We can sit here and speculate for half an hour and still be
right.
wrong. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't
um,
think that I don't think that Ian McCoy is going to be back in time for Bobby Spencer.
I don't think so either. But what do you think of this temp Joss? Do you think she's handling it okay?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. But like I often think when we have these temporary recast, I think the actors very often try to mimic
Mm-hmm.
the actor so she did not her phrasing and the way she said things reminded me of that's probably the way Eden would have said that.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think that, when it's a temporary recast like that, they really try to mimic
Thanks,
the
Melissa. I do
mannerisms.
need a coffee.
Yeah, he does, huh?
Melissa goes, Matt needs a coffee, buy him one. And now is where you drop the link. Melissa, buymeacoffee.com/10th-floor. Oh goodness. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought you needed a coffee because you were rubbing your eyes. I didn't even put
Yes.
that
No, I
together
mean,
right
she
away.
she also, I'm sure that's what she means as well. You're right. I have been rubbing my eyes. I'm a little low key, a little low of energy today. I had my coffee earlier and I didn't have a second cup. That's probably what really got me in. It really did me in. But really, my goodness gracious, folks, I don't know if you've ever done this thing before called cleaning, but like doing it in a like a big way, not in a little way. Not like, oh, I'm gonna clear the counter and wipe it down, but like cleaning things. Holy smokes! Like, how do people do this for a living without passing out?
Yeah, a lot of people do that deep clean at the end of the year, like you're doing. And a very obvious, I know that's not the case in your house because you guys didn't decorate, but a lot of times it coincides with getting the Christmas out and putting it away, and that's when a
Yeah,
deep clean happens at the
might
same
as
time.
well. Sweep it all out. So yeah, so that's what happened yesterday, and I've got more to come later
You know
on
what
today
happened
too.
yesterday? You know what else happened
What's that?
yesterday? Your sister turned 33.
She did. It was her birthday because you just had to have her in 1990. You couldn't have her any other year. It had to be that year.
Well, that's what she decided because she wasn't supposed to be born until January the 5th.
Well, happy birthday to my sister. And hello to Maria, right? Listener, watcher Maria.
Maria,
Maria.
Maria, we had a wonderful Christmas with your boyfriend, and he told us that you actually watch us.
You watch us,
You
you
know
listen
what,
to us. At the very least, you hit play and let it go through all the way.
girl? You should watch General Hospital, and then we will make some sense to you as well.
There's nothing wrong with a little GH in your life.
But anyway, Justin told us that you watch and listen, and we just love it.
So thank you for
So,
that.
thank you.
Appreciate that. So we're going to give you a special shout out. Happy birthday to my sister. Oh, happy birthday to Mama Cat. You're the one who gave birth. So there you go. It's your birthday.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Oh, goodness gracious. And happy belated birthday, says Chandra, to Matt's sister. So yes.
Yes, her birthday was yesterday. And you know what? I used to always say before I had a December baby, I always said, why do people have a baby in December? It just complicates things. And it's just like, no one has any time or money or, and it's just always a pain in the butt. I would never have December. What did I do?
Had a baby in December.
And it is a pain in the butt, honestly.
And really close to Christmas, too. Not just December. It's not like December 2nd. Okay. It's 5 days after Christmas.
Yes. I tell you, in 1990, the year I had her, I had the most organized Christmas of my life. That I said, there is just no way. I don't care if I'm pushing on Christmas morning. It's going to be Christmas morning at my house. And it was perfect. I could have had that baby anytime between December 15th on. Christmas would have never been. It'd have been perfect.
You had it handled.
She's 5 days later, so it was fine.
Well, there you go. There you go. Oh, look at that. You and Elegant share a name, share a affinity for using the same name with your daughter. Look at that. Look at that. You and Elegant have the same daughter's name.
Oh, Melissa.
Yes.
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 My Melissa is Melissa Renee.
Oh, goodness. So specific. All right. People who aren't stealing identities, ignore that. Ignore what we just said.
So, did we cover everything?
Yeah, we pretty much. I mean, it's 2 weeks of stuff, but it was mostly Granny Wars and Cyrus stuff. Is really what I remember specifically from the last 2 weeks. I think Dex had some sort of revelation when he used to get beat up by his brothers, and that's why he never bonded with his family.
And Drew came home from Australia.
Oh yeah, Drew came home to really give it to Carly, like big time.
Oh yeah, that was hot and heavy, wasn't it?
Big time.
That was hot and heavy.
Like he'd been thinking about it for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
For weeks.
So I wonder if he's going to stick around for a bit, or he's out.
That's it. They came back to roll around, and he's back on an airplane.
Yeah, because I didn't expect him to be back.
No, that was the big surprise, right? Wasn't that like why they're like, oh, you gotta go, because Drew was there. Something like that. Whatever. Guess we don't have to worry about Brennan getting in between all that. Granny Wars dominates. Gregory skydived with Alexis, and then they started making out like crazy young people.
I loved it, actually. I like that they decided to have Alexis and Gregory be boyfriend girlfriend thing like that. I like it. And I it's kind of like Finn and Elizabeth. I wasn't crazy about it the first time when they played with that idea, but I really like it this time. And if she would have chickened out and not done that skydive at all, I would have said, Alexis, I thought you were a badass and you let me down.
But you're not.
If she was so Alexis, like with the whole questions before, and well, I checked on this, but
I saw your safety, but I don't know about the harness. Oh, my safety.
And when
Falcon?
then when Falcon arrived, she was like, "Oh, hail to the no."
No, that's not what I want. I'm not going to skydive with a man named Falcon. This isn't. But then she did. And then there were fireworks, and then there were more fireworks. There were people
Yeah,
fireworks, and then there was other fireworks. Remember
yeah.
when Valentine and Anna kissed on New Year's that first time? 2 years ago now.
No
Aww.
Valentine, no Anna, no Charlotte this week.
No, 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 no. But we got some Sprina. We got some Sprina action. Not only did they bone like two crazy rabbits, but they also, got forehead smooched on the dock.
Yes.
We got Gregory and Alexis kissing. Who else was kissing? We had somebody else was kissing too at the same time. I can't remember now.
I think it would have been a little bit cute to just throw Robert and Killer Miller there kissing.
Just why not?
Just have them there.
Just have everybody just a smooching everywhere. When they're on set together, just film the real quick scene. This is our New Year's. This is
You know
our
what?
New Year's kiss montage.
I know. I don't think this is going to happen, but I kind of would love it if they would just. I know this is not going to happen, but I would love it if they somehow misdiagnosed Gregory. I don't want he and Alexis to get together and that everything's fine and she has to watch them slowly fade away.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
like
I mean, that's going to be the drama, right? We can't
it.
do this, Alexis. But if we're going to do this, now is the time. You know. Hey, David. Gregory deserves any happiness that comes this way, he says.
Yes.
I'll tell you one thing, Gregory wants to finish his bucket list, says Tyrone. There you go. He's a determined
Yes, he
man.
does. And he wants Brooklyn and Chase to get married earlier than maybe they anticipated. And I think they're going to do that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna what they're gonna do is they're not gonna tell him that they've planned it, right? And they're gonna be like, hey Dad, you need to come here for this thing, and he's gonna show up and it's their wedding.
Yeah. Maybe Valentine.
Maybe. And
That's Curtis and Portia's wedding anniversary, isn't it?
who cares?
It is.
It is, but who cares? We need a good Valentine's wedding. I'm sure Sonny Corinthos has a Valentine's Day anniversary somewhere in his life.
Oh, probably. Maybe one of those weddings with Carly was. I don't know. He had 5.
Right. Exactly. The kiss of death, says Melissa. Oh, it's true. Alexis can't have a love that survives.
No, I guess not.
Yeah, it's not okay.
And I think Alexis is going to wind up being a lawyer again. I do. I think she's going to fight to be a lawyer again because she's going to feel like she needs to help everybody that's at Christina's place.
Yeah, she definitely feels like her daughters need her still.
Mm-hmm.
Doing it in an illegal capacity in some ways.
She did warn him,
She's like, hey, don't do this. Legally, I'm telling you to not do this.
Yeah,
but that also does assume that Molly would be like, give me my baby. Or somebody would sue or something saying, hey, you're kidnapped or, something,
Or perhaps it could even be a simpler drama than that. It could be like they just squabbling so much, and let's say the baby is ill. Something happens with the baby, and Molly isn't there necessarily, or TJ isn't there necessarily, and as the child's mother, she gives consent.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And maybe something goes wrong.
Yeah. Ooh, see, that's good too, Ma. Look at you. Look at you writing for soap. Get you in the writer's room. Let's enhance this story as much as possible. That's really good. David says that he hopes that Gregory makes it to May to see the wedding. I mean, I think that the wedding might be one of the last things that Gregory does see.
Perhaps.
Because it seems like they might just hit the fast forward button on this ALS thing. I don't know.
It may be. Maybe.
I don't know, because if he's worried about it right now, like, I want you to get married as soon as possible so I can enjoy it, and then he's passing out on hot yoga and hydration and yada, 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 then, we might be We might be just trying to explore some of the later stages here.
Yeah, they do seem to be pressing the fast forward a little bit on his illness,
Or
huh?
at least progressing it. Now, I have no education in ALS, so I have no idea how long it takes and what the range of it is in the history of cases. So it could be perfectly on time. It could be super fast. I have really no basis of comparison for that. Felicia can take over for Alexis. She's a great investigator. Like as the editor of the magazine?
Of the newspaper?
Yeah, it says Melissa. I don't know. I don't know. Something will happen with the original surrogate's baby and she'll come back. That's what people keep on thinking. That's what I hear the most is that the original surrogate is going to show up to throw a wrench into things.
Mm-hmm.
Like Christina is pregnant and this other baby shows up and she's like, And then she has TJ's baby. Let's not forget that. She's going to have TJ's baby.
Yes.
Oh, drama.
It is drama for sure.
Oh, drama.
Oh, drama.
Is what I have to say to that.
Well, if they don't have something to do with that first surrogate mother, the first surrogate, if they don't have anything, if nothing comes back from that storyline, there was no purpose in telling it.
Other than filling time during strike, right?
Yeah, other than filling in time and strike.
Well, I mean, so like from my understanding, they never really got it confirmed. She just showed up. It was like it happened. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Tyrone hopes Felicia just has something to do. Felicia has something to do. Reunite Cody with Mac.
Yeah. But that's probably not going to happen until John's able to come back to.
Shoot, I don't know because they're talking about it a lot right now.
I know. Unless he has more scenes.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he can't come to work.
No, I guess they could. Don't think they would
do it a little bit.
Have Mac be bald, though, are they?
But they could put a wig or a hat on.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and why not?
I tell you what, because those photos I saw of John, his hair is gone, but he actually looks pretty good.
Hey, he looks great.
Looks good.
Oh gosh! Hooray for John J. York.
Yeah, really hooray, because I tell you what, Prospect Park needs something like this.
Yeah, they need a victory, right?
Right? They need something like this. They do. If something bad's going to happen, they need a good outcome for a change.
I'm with it. They need something. They need the win.
Exactly.
They need the win to carry that energy into 2024 to bring us a great soap year.
Yes.
Another Emmy-winning year. 61st year of General Hospital.
Yes.
Live in our living rooms.
And are you guys gonna watch on Thursday on the 4th?
I hope so.
Thursday, isn't it?
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, you said it was.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch.
You're gonna watch.
We'll talk about it. It's gonna be great. You know what else people need to keep their eyeballs open for on this channel? Is our Perfect 10 awards that we are doing. We picked five things from General Hospital that we're awarding perfect 10s to. Newcomer of the Year, Lie of the Year, Revelation of the Year. That's 3 of them. What are the other 2? Oh dear, I should write more notes, shouldn't I? Revelation of the Year, Lie of the Year, Newcomer of the Year. Story of the Year, of course.
Yes.
And, one more. I don't remember what it is, but when the video comes out, they'll be Big Fix of the Year.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. The Big Fix of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those 5. Let me go over them again in more clarity. Newcomer of the Year, Story of the Year, Lie of the Year, Revelation of the Year, and Fix of the Year.
Yeah, we're going to talk about those things.
Yeah, so that's going to come out, and it's going to be super fun. And you guys are going to watch it, and you're going to like it, and you're going to subscribe to the channel, and you're going to comment on the videos, and it's going to be super amazing.
And I think that's going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that it's gonna be uploaded to the channel tomorrow on New Year's Day, so we can look back at 2023 as we look forward into 2024.
So you know what I got to do tomorrow
What's
on
that?
November on January 1st, what I always do. Make myself a big old pot of beans with some black eyes in there.
Black-eyed peas,
Yeah, and some
pound
cornbread.
cake.
It's going to be delicious. And I'm mad at myself because I went to the grocery store yesterday and I needed a ham shank for my beans and I forgot the dang thing. I've got to go to the grocery store either today or tomorrow and get a ham shank. Doggone it.
Just make a ham and pull the shank out.
No, I would
Wow,
have to go to the store for that too, Matt.
lazy.
Hello.
Oh, goodness gracious. Tyrone's gonna watch it. All that for the thing, the special Tyrone's gonna watch. You should add funniest story moment of the year for next year. You know what, Melissa? You should continue to tell me what to do. That's what you should do. Because I like it.
No, Melissa, he's had his own Melissa, little sister, telling him what to do since he was 4.5 when she was born.
Blanky Baba, my butt is dirty. But yes, like Chandra says, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel now if you haven't done so. Hit the subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the like button as well. And, say hey in the chat, say goodbye in the chat, whatever it is. Do something in the chat. And then also, when we're done here, when the broadcast ends, hit reload and then leave a comment. That'd be cool too. And if you didn't watch live, leave a comment, because that'd be cool. With what you agree with what you disagree with what you wish we would have talked about and didn't. Matt's best impression category. That's not for me to decide. You guys would have to decide which one is your favorites. So
Yeah, you guys had to do your own poll in the chat for that.
maybe y'all can figure that out next time. Smash that like button. That's it for me, Ma. Is there anything else you want to cover here?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to get on the elevator. We're going to go back down to the first floor. We're going to go into our parking garages, and we're going to make sure that we don't notice Cyrus Renault hiding behind any pillars, just watching us longingly to join our family. We're going to get into the car, turn our radios to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite one, you can reach out to me on Twitter at 10th floor GH, and I will point you in the right direction. You can also send us an email at 10thfloorgh@gmail.com if you so choose. Stay tuned to the channel for the 10th Perfect Tens.
Yes.
Go back and watch Days for Dummies, because that happens at 9 a.m. every Sunday morning here.
And we had a 2-week hiatus, but this morning we did do Days for Dummies.
We did. No Angela, but it was us. We muddled through. You can go to the Printify store that Chandra's just linked there in the chat as well if you want to get a t-shirt, which includes, things like Comet's My Favorite Quartermain. That's a fun little sweatshirt. You can also, donate, buy me a coffee, $5 there if you wish. I believe I reactivated Super Chat here on things. I believe I did. So, if that button's available to you, click it and leave a little $5 tip if you so choose. If you can, if you want to, you may. I don't know. Is that it?
That's it.
I need to start handing out a brochure like a church, that just has all the announcements on it.
Program for the morning.
Yeah, oh man, we had such high quality like card stock too. What an expense. What an expense. I hope that stuff found its way into the recycling bin. I don't know. Yeah.
Recycling bin for it out front.
That's right. We did. Just right in there with the coffee cups too. Anyway, that's it. Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year. You guys have a safe and wonderful, happy New Year. 2024 is gonna kick butt.
Okay, no super chat button this week. Okay, I'll continue to work on it. I don't know what happened. Maybe you guys weren't contributing enough, and so they took it away.
Maybe they would what?
Maybe they weren't contributing enough and they took it away. Because of our viewers. Because of them. I'm a villain this week, everybody.
Are you a villain
I
this
am.
week? He's a chilling villain.
I
I'm
am.
not doing nothing tonight, you guys. I'm gonna stay home.
Just gonna party. Have a great time.
Yeah, I'll
All
probably
right,
watch,
everybody.
you know, I'll probably watch Dick, well, can't watch Dick Clark. I'll be watching,
Ryan Seacrest. I'm gonna watch him at 6.
I'll
You know,
probably like, maybe channel surf a little bit too, right?
I'm gonna count down at 9 p.m. and then I'm gonna go to bed.
I've done that a few times.
All right,
I've
folks.
actually done that.
I'm clicking
I've
buttons.
actually woken up at 11:45 and stayed awake for 15 minutes and went right back to bed too.
Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Bye.
The doors are
Happy New
closing.
Year.
The doors are closing. Goodbye.
Woo-hoo!